This is my trusted friend here, Mr. Wiener. When I pull out my wiener, that's when the magic happens. Everybody wants to take a picture. Everyone's going bananas over this thing. So if I'm a little slow, I pull my wiener out, and there it goes.
Old client. What's
going on, everybody? This is Wednesday night, 10:45 p.m. right now. Just finished my job. How did that event? I was following all my habits. I went to the gym. I made up for gym. That's a good thing, because I thought sometime I might miss the gym, but somehow I managed to. I tracked myself through the gym and finished all my habits. And then also for keeping up with my university application, applying for 100% course load next summer. Like I'm gonna take 5 courses since I'm starting early. Since I'm gonna start from January studying, it's not gonna be a big of a deal. So I picked up 5 courses. I'm gonna pick up 5 courses, 3 main courses. Maybe I will pick up Java and web designing course. Those are the things I'm trying to pick up. Other than that, that's all it. And also I had to give a letter to WhatsApp saying what is the reason I couldn't complete 60% of the course load each semester. Like in 3 semesters I had to finish 9 courses. I end up dropping the last semester course due to the headache I had. It's gone away. I had huge pain at that time. I couldn't do anything. At the time I was saying to my friend, I couldn't even focus 1 fucking hour to study anything. It was that terrible. Now I'm feeling good. That's why I want to go back. Maybe due to I'm continuously studied like 3 continuous years. I was studying in the university. That's caused all of these things. And that's it. And today my topic is, today I basically want to talk about a guy. I watched a show that's called Cheapskates. It's basically a show that shows people who are very cheap. In other words, you can say frugal also, but these guys are very cheap. And one of these guys named Abdul, I am a fan of him. I was a fan of him like 6 years ago. I was doing pranks and stuff. I used to watch this guys talks because I like to listen to motivational speech and stuff. Somehow when I try to find out, I am still trying to figure out what's my interest, my career is. So this guy always talk about how to find your passion, and even he changed his channel name into how to find your passion now. Before he had the channel name is Abdul his name. Now he changed it into how to find your passion now. That's his channel. He has like 16,000 subscribers or something. He always talk about motivational stuff, and he reads a lot of book as well. He talks all about these things, and he's really cheap. He's really it's not just a show. He's really cheap, because he always talk about he read the book Millionaire Next Door, and he says how richest people are always frugal, cheap and stuff. And he actually followed in his life as well. And I'm going to put the show after my talk. You're going to see how cheap he is. And he actually spent for his 10th wedding anniversary 25 bucks. 25 bucks. I can't even imagine how did he manage to do that, but he did it anyway. And it was so much funny. That show is so much funny. That's why I want to put it I like to show it to other people as well. I found that show as a funny thing, and I put the show right now. You can see it. And one thing I forgot to mention, he actually ended up getting divorced as well. He got divorced, and that was his video. He posted 3 videos. After the 2 more videos, and he stopped doing videos for 1 year. He didn't put any video yet now. I'm waiting for his new videos, but he didn't put a video after that. He got divorced. I think maybe his life is miserable. I don't know, but I put the video, the Cheapskates show. You guys can see it.
So I'm watching this old episode of Extreme Cheapskates from the homies over at TLC, and today we're here with a Mr. Abdul Muhammad, the man who runs a hot dog cart business and who is a self-proclaimed extreme cheapskate.
This is my trusted friend here, Mr. Wiener. When I pull out my wiener, that's when the magic happens. Everybody wants to take a picture. Everyone's going bananas over this thing. So if I'm a little slow, I pull my wiener out and there it goes.
Okay, kids, get together for a picture with the wiener. Mom, I thought you said you were gonna take us to Disney World, not some random man's hot dog stand. No, son. I told you I was gonna take you to see some goofy dude in a costume. Now you respect this man, his wiener, and you go hug onto that thing.
It's all good, kid. Don't cry. Don't you see the gloves? I'm like the black Mickey Mouse.
That's actually a pretty scary looking wiener you got there, buddy. And I know that red ain't a good sign, man. Like, I think it's time you go get that thing checked out. And so Abdul was married to Ellen DeGeneres apparently, and even she can't stand her husband's frugal ways to say the least. She talks about how he's always embarrassing her, trying to haggle people down to the best possible deal. And he's serious about this shit. This man legitimately managed to do God's work when he negotiated a deal that dropped this gas station's prices.
If you can make that right there, $3.43 in the tank.
Oh man, I don't know if we can do that. I mean,
$3.50.
$3.50. Okay, you got a deal.
All right, man, take care.
Cool.
So embarrassing.
So the dude is basically a world-class haggler. At every twist and turn, he's looking to save that dime, even at the cost of losing the most precious dime in his life. Actually, after seeing this video, you might think that this man sees his wife as much more of a penny, because whether it's in the drive-thru getting a burger or at the boutique buying items for his wife, this man knows no limits on his level of cheap. And so Abdul and his wife's 10-year anniversary is coming up, and he says he wants to do something special and throw a little get together with some of their friends. But here's the thing, he wants to put the whole party together for only $25 fucking dollars. That is literally the price of 2 people eating at Chili's. I don't know how the man's gonna pull it off. So he goes out to the stores with his buddy Rick, who thinks there's no way possible that his cheapskate friend is gonna get this accomplished at that price tag. But Abdul says Rick don't know him like that, and it's time for action, like some cheap ass superhero. So they hit up the party decoration store looking for some balloons, and these balloons are about to take up Abdul's whole budget at like $9 a balloon. So Abdul says, nah, bump that, where's the clearance balloons at, bro?
Oh, look at here.
See, Gary, that's a
Anniversary sale.
Hey, that's a good one.
You sure your wife's gonna like that, though?
No, it's fine. They're colorful. They do the job. That price right there is just a little bit too high for me there. Do you have any other options that maybe not be as costly as that one?
We're up there at the counter, and this balloon is $2.99, and he keeps haggling this guy down.
And so Abdul keeps haggling even for these clearance balloons, and this man is actually so cheap that he doesn't even want to pay for the helium to fill them up. He says his breath is free, so he ain't paying nothing for that. Well, besides his time and health after he dies from a lack of oxygen to his brain from having to blow up all these fucking balloons.
You have any more discontinued, or is this
I had one more, but it's just a police car, it looks like.
Oh, that's cool.
It doesn't say anniversary.
You don't want no police car on there, do you?
It's all about laughter, man. I'm sure this right here will strike a few laughs. Let's throw it in there.
And so they finally agree on this $250 price point for everything. And so at this point, Abdul has managed to only spend around the cost of a large soda. Next, he has to acquire the birthday cake, because what's a party without a little cake? But he does not like that $29.99 price tag. And he even asked her if she could take the frosting off for a discount, literally just leaving the bare fucking cake. He can't make this stuff up, people.
The frosting is all included in that price, so it's kind of like buying a car without the wheels. What are you looking to spend?
$25.
$25, okay. Let's see, we do have
That's for the whole party.
the whole party.
So needless to say, they're having a hard time meeting eye to eye here. Abdul even suggests bringing his own ingredients in to make the cake. He's just really trying to get down to that dream number of $7.
We do have another option.
Okay.
We have cake pops.
Cake pop. What does that look like? What is a cake pop?
It's layered cake, frosting, cake. Those are $1.50 piece, so you could get 6 of them. Frosting, sprinkles, you're gonna get everything that a cake would have.
You're going to throw them away anyway. 85 cents.
$1.50.
95 cents. We got a deal.
I have to stick with the $1.
98 cents.
How about 99 cents?
99 cents. Got a deal.
Perfect. I'll go get those for you.
All right. It's still cake. I mean, it's unique. Everybody can have their own individual cake pop. So I think I came out better than the cake.
So he ends up getting the cake pops at $1 a piece for 8 of them. His total money spent is now only at $10.45. And they don't really show how he gets all the rest of this stuff, but they do say that he manages to stay under $25 for this whole party that you're about to see. I mean, seriously, look at this dude just taping up random balloons to the wall because he was too cheap to buy the fucking helium. You know how hard it is to blow up all these fucking balloons? I'm really surprised that this man did not pass out from the lack of oxygen going to his head ass.
Well, the napkins say 16, but I'm sure we're gonna make it to 16 years of blissful marriage, so hey.
So his guests show up and they're all very confused about what's going on. I'd be looking around like, okay bro, what the fuck are we celebrating here? Kwanzaa? Abdul definitely went to the Dollar Tree and the Costco to acquire all of this stuff. All he really puts out is like platters of food. He has the cake pop set up in the middle. In general, this party just looks like shit.
I was a little bit surprised when I came in. It was definitely different than what Rick would have done. You can't do a party like this for $25.
Hopefully Sean is happy.
His friend is like, yeah, I don't know why the fuck I decided to do any of this stuff. He don't want his name associated with this piss poor ass party. And then his wife actually finally shows up. And I just have to say, this woman is quite the trooper, okay? Most women I know would have started filing divorce papers right then and there.
Why are the balloons kind of hanging from everywhere?
That's an interesting story. Here's the deal with that. They have a shortage on helium. So each one of those balloons are blue. It's the thought that counts in the end.
Abdul is a cheapskate, but I mean, most husbands forget anniversaries. Abdul did, he remembered it, he planned a party, he went through a lot of work to get everything all put together.
Okay, Abdul's a sweet guy, but come on man, this is all you can do for your 10-year anniversary? He said earlier that he actually has a lot of money saved up, he just doesn't want to spend it. My mom would have legitimately beat my dad's ass if he tried to pull something like this. This is your wife of 10 years, man. That should be like the goddess of your world at that point. And if I was him, I'd feel very uncomfortable making purchases over $25 after this. The wife's gonna be looking at him like,
Oh, you got $75 for new Nikes, but only $25 for our 10-year anniversary party, huh?
Well, I'm just trying to support Kaepernick and everything.
Fuck Kaepernick. I want a purse, bitch.
But what do you guys think, both men and women? If you had a husband or wife or a girlfriend or boyfriend who was this damn cheap that they couldn't even spend a little bit of money on you? I've had some pretty cheap girlfriends and it's definitely been a bit of a hindrance in the relationship. It seems like Ellen over here has her own job, she's making her own money. She just happened to marry the black version of Mr. Krabs.